Hello everyone, my name is Ryu from Citahati West Campus, and today I'll be explaining about utilizing fish scales as fine aggregate in the making of floor tiles. Well, I've always wondered why fish scales are useless despite being practically armor and has a lot of minerals for the fish. Well, in this experiment I decided to utilize these fish scales into something more useful like floor tiles. Fish are one of our main sources of protein, but with more fish meat produced, more fish scales are thrown away as pollutant. Well, the researcher decided to utilize this pollutant into the making of cement floor tile, which is one of the most common flooring material. And the goal of this research is in order to reduce fish scale as a pollutant. The research question, well, the first one is, to what extent, if there is, can fish scale be used as fine aggregate in the making of cement floor tiles? Number two, how can the pulverized fish scales affect the physical properties of the cement tiles? The hypotheses. Well, the first one, since fish scales own calcium, a fluxing additive, it should mix well with cement and sand. And number two, since sand is being replaced by fish scales in the experiment, so the physical properties should change. What are cement tiles? Well, cement tiles are tiles that are made of cement and usually other aggregates and water. The physical properties that will be investigated in this experiment are as follows. Density, which is the mass of a certain unit of volume. Compressive strength, which is the force needed to break something in a certain unit of area. Heat and water absorption is the amount of heat or water absorbed in a certain amount of time. You can see the equations in the slide next to me. The figure next to me shows the steps undertaken in the study, while the table shows the composition of fine aggregate in the second layer of the cement tile. Here are the tables and graph of the physical properties investigated for each tile. As you can see here, there seems to be a downward trend for each experiment when we're starting with control and ends with FS4. An ANOVA and Toki's HST tests were conducted on the results, and the ANOVA test revealed that there is a significant difference between each tile and the control group. But the Toki test, however, revealed that there is an insignificant difference between FS1 and the control group in terms of everything except heat absorption. This means that the composition for FS1 has the best potential in the making of actual cement floor tiles. The conclusion and the answers for the research question. Well, the first one is basically fish scales can be a good, only up to FS1 can be a good partial replacement for sand in the making of cement tiles, but the percentage of fish scales also affects the physical properties, which is a downward trend from control to FS4. In order to improve the study, the use of hydraulic press, the use of fish scales as coarse aggregate, and more comprehensive tests subjected to the tiles are recommended. And last but not least, here are the references. Well, thank you for listening. This was Ryu. See you later.